Why did that little anglerfish swim so far? All the way up to the surface? And could it have signaled something greater? That perhaps we have entered a new timeline together? How will we ever know the answer? Oh, I've got an idea. It's a little something I like to call a deep sea creature born into this world as a one-trick monster. Imagine that. Oh, hello. Welcome to Earth. Here's a light, dangle it above your head, and a mouthful of horror. Enjoy sneaking around in the dark and murdering things until you die. Who knows what that fish did in its last life, but we don't judge. Everything is safe in the poetry circle. After all, isn't it these moments that remind you we exist on that same planet? Sure, it looks like an endless sea of mini malls with people shopping, but underneath, the same rules of survival apply. The same game. Unless everything just changed. Cue the music. Cue the... Why? Why did this anglerfish break out of its world? Out of its matrix? And swim towards the original light? Think of it! Something this fish was never even supposed to know existed. What compelled it? Was it madness? Was it suicide? Was this fish tired of its destiny? And it dared one day, it dared to take the red pill. Think of it. It knows damn well what light is. That's its game. It dangles light. That's the trick before death. And yet this fish, still swam. Not downwards, but upwards. Past the crushing black, past the silence, past the place where things like this creature were meant to die. Think of the bravery. Think of the courage. It swam towards the great fire itself, the lure, under which we all shall perish someday. Don't forget. And instead of death, it was met by something unimaginable. Let me change the song. It should have been its end. But something else happened. You were there. Love happened. Us, the creatures of the light. We welcomed it. We welcomed it into the hearts of our collective mind. We cradled it. We held it up as something sacred. And we said, welcome home, honey. It was as if the fish had swum up to heaven. And there we were, its long-lost relatives. Because the deep sea devil, the nightmare fish, the master of false light, was now just a child, lost in the wrong world, searching for something it couldn't name. And yet it was something we all felt together, wasn't it? Because what are we, if not the same? tricksters, survivors, chasers of the light. And maybe, just maybe, this was a sign that we too are rising. That part of us that once lurked in deception, in fear, in the endless game of trickery, is surfacing. And instead of casting it away, instead of condemning it, we are choosing to love it. To love what comes up from the shadows. To say, you are not a monster. You are welcome here. After all, you're part of the whole. Part of us. Maybe that's why this moment shook us. Because somewhere deep in the waters of our subconscious, we already knew that we too are rising. You're that little fish